Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign and the holidays are over. I'm finally back to work, which is not the best thing in the world, but what can you do? Bills to pay, mouths to feed. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, ate a lot of food, got a lot of presents, spent a lot of time with your families. We've got a big year ahead of us coming with multiple games coming out as well as Eve Echoes. We do have New World coming out. We have Ashes of Creation. I'm a bit of an MMO junkie. I'm currently sort of been playing a little bit of WoW on the side. I know, disgraceful. Ban me, but I wanted to try out Shadowlands. There's some interesting stuff there and I'm really enjoying Torghast and all that sort of stuff that's in there right now. I just want to thank you all for watching the previous video. I know it was a bit of a downer. I was having a bit of a sort of tug of war with myself and the game and what I wanted to do in the future. I just wasn't happy with the way that the game is going so far. Now, they did put a slight delay to the sovereignty system till January. We don't know when in January. It could be the beginning, middle, or end of January. But hopefully this allows for some of the things that we are not happy with the sovereignty system to be changed and fixed. That was a good decision made by the NetEase team. So let's go over what happened during the Christmas period. Now, I would like to say, if I have an opinion on the game, I have a right to that opinion. There were comments on there saying that what I was saying will ruin the game for casual players, stop them from playing, or stop newer players who are wanting to come to the game. If the game has problems, I will openly say that it has problems. Whether that stops new players from coming to the game, there are plenty of content creators out there who will literally just blow smoke up your ass all day long about how wonderfully fantastic the game is because they want to be seen as a channel that actually does say good things about games to get the developers to be able to move them forward in different aspects. I'm not interested in getting the backing of developers for any games or any future games. I'm here to tell my opinion and to tell the truth. Now, there were a lot of comments on there saying all of the things, mirroring basically what I was saying. There's over 200 comments on that video, which I thank you all for taking the time for writing them out. I'm sorry that I could not write back to all of them. I was very, very busy over the Christmas time. But now we can get right back amongst it and we're going to go over the news over the past couple of days. Now, there was on Christmas Eve a message from Joseph about the recent bans. We have been primarily focusing on players suspected of using repeat click, looping, button macro, recording, hotkeys, keyboard mapping, scripting, third-party tools. Now, they are all cheating. No matter how you look at it, this also includes when you're using an emulator, binding certain parts of the screen to hotkeys on your keyboard. You shouldn't do this. There have been people banned for this. There was someone complaining on Facebook about it. It was brought to the attention of the devs in the CC channel as someone brought it up saying that it was not a way of cheating. Well, the devs have said that it is. If you do get banned and you don't think you should have, you can bring it up with them and they will take a look at it more in depth. Just don't cheat and you won't get banned. End of the day, just make sure you know it's all been put up there. All the information has been put into the Discord now. So this morning there was also an announcement saying that they've noticed there were some serious crashes that appeared from yesterday's new version available on the iOS App Store and Google Play. It was not to do with the iOS App Store or Google Play. It was to do with getting your version from a third-party website. So anything other than the App Store and Google Play Store. Try to make sure you only download the game from official channels and you won't have this issue. So if you're sideloading an APK, etc., then sometimes that will cause issues. But for some of us, that's inevitable. We can't do anything about that. So just keep that in mind. I'd just like to say and just get it into everyone's minds that I don't hate the game. I love the game. I've put more into this game than most people can even imagine putting into the game. Countless hours making content, playing, PvP, PvE, making ISK. I've put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game. So don't think that I'm shitting on the game just to shit on it. I'm not. I'm saying things about this game so that everyone can understand that there are issues. There are decisions being made that are bad. Whether you agree with them or not, or whether you think they're a priority or not, is your opinion. And I'm happy to hear your opinions. So let's get back to another announcement that was put into the Eve Echoes Discord, and that is a ban notice from the 18th of December to the 25th of December. So there's some details regarding how many accounts were banned between December 18th and December 25th that exhibited abnormal potential scripting and cheating behavior which violates the terms of service. So it is broken down on the situation the account violations were taking place under. Abnormal account behavior, accounts that exhibited bannable behavior while attempting encounters. Abnormal mining behavior, accounts that exhibited bannable behavior while mining. Abnormal anomaly behavior and abnormal transaction behavior. And a lot were done for RMT operations. So accounts banned banned was 33,116. That is a lot of accounts over that small period of time. So there was 12.1% abnormal encounter behavior bans, 0.43% abnormal transaction behavior. That's very, very small amount. 5.7% abnormal mining behavior, 23.39% abnormal anomaly behavior, and 58.36% RMT operations. If you don't know what RMT is, it's real money transactions, people paying on websites real money to gain something in the game. It's good to see that they are banning accounts. There was previous ones, I never really did a video on those, but it's good to see that the devs are actually being proactive and banning these accounts. It's another step in the right direction. I have a very, very good patron of mine called Don Casca. He grabs a lot of information from the Facebook and stuff for me when I haven't been able to do it over the past couple of days, and he brought up some stuff for the developers weekly Q&A that some people may have not have seen. There's a few pages on here. There's actually developers weekly Q&As that come up quite a lot that I've not seen previously either, because they're only coming up on certain platforms and I don't really use social media that much. I think I need to start actually doing it so I can actually get the information to you guys that needs to be gotten. So the first question is, how is SOV update beneficial to corps? Why should a corp put a corp citadel in nullsec if it has no benefits? Additional resources will be invested into nullsec. The first version of the sovereignty system will introduce the feature of anchoring and destruction. After that, we will go to the next version with more options added. A news report on the development plan about sovereignty has been released on our official website, which they actually did change after I did the video of. I'll leave that link in the description if you'd like to check that out. So the next question was, dear developers, you have a very neat estimate of the ship's total worth on kill mails. Could you please make the same system for the pilot so we know a brief summary of our total ship worth before we fly out? So the insurance system will display the overall evaluation of the ship. However, the purpose of the display is to prompt whether the ship can be claimed or not with insurance. We hope this setting is helpful to our players. That will be very helpful. It would be nice to see how much my ship is before it gets blown up, like the 800 million ISK interdictor I lost, which is probably my heaviest loss so far. I haven't really lost anything in PvP, luckily. One 250 mil interceptor and 800 mil interceptor. I haven't lost any of my faction ships, which is shocking. So going on to the next question we have, I would love to see more PvE content related to the factions. Sovereignty changes between systems based on global participation in high-low sec missions. Missions that increase and decrease rank in faction army you join based on your character, including spy missions if you want to go against your background, combat hauling, industry missions that actually link together and don't just repeat. Give skins based on rank achieved. Thank you very much for your suggestion. We have planned to introduce a lot of PvE content next year. The game development plan of 2021 will be announced on our social media platforms and website in mid-January 2021. Now, this is hopefully wormholes. I'd love to see much better group content in high sec, low sec, and null sec. There are incursions in EVE Online. I know I say that everything is blah blah, it's in EVE Online, rah, but this incursions were actually a really good thing. It required 35 plus to 40 people working together. It was that difficult to be able to roll them really quickly and make a lot of ISK that way. It's a really good mechanic. Maybe we'll see some factional warfare. I know a lot of the guys watching me do wish to have that. There was a lot of comments about that in the last video. Factional warfare brings a lot of PvP, open PvP that you won't get murdered for in certain sections of low sec. It's a really good mechanic. Another thing that I think should have been in from the beginning, but we'll see how that goes. Now on the last one, it says, what determines the number of mining belts that spawn in a system? Some systems seem to have a lot of 6+, but others have 3 or 4. Why the difference? The maximum number of refreshed asteroid belts within a system is 70% of the total number of planets within that system. Anomaly space is randomly generated around all planets. This formula is designed to prevent a situation of too many or too few asteroid belts around a single planet. Now, I'm not really interested in mining, but if you guys are, always good to know, I guess. There's also this little bit of information that they've been listed as one of the mobile games of the year for Pocket Tactics Awards 2020. It's a good thing for the developers. It's a good thing to get more people into the game. They just got to hold the players once they're in here, and currently there's nothing really to hold players into the game. 2021 is a good year to make some good changes. Add some more content, add some more group play, get rid of the bloody audit system, for God's sake. Just scrap it. No one gives a shit about it. It doesn't help. That's my one bit of moaning done, okay? I'm not going to moan anymore. Right, so going into 2021, there will be a lot more content from me. I don't know if you guys want to see the more talking content or the more informative. Would you like to see way more fitting guides? Would you like to see some more showcase fits? Let me know down below what you'd like to see going forward into 2021, and we'll try try to make that happen for everyone. Remember to like and sub if you haven't already. This is your one-stop shop to Eve Echo's content. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.